I think this video is going to start with me being very honest and being very vulnerable. And I think it actually ties to like the concept of this video. And that's like showing up even when you don't feel like it. My body does not feel like filming. My mind does not feel like filming. I don't feel like filming. But am I going to film? Yes. I don't know. I just feel like there are days when I wake up, right, and I want to film, and like I'm excited, I have ideas, I do my makeup, but today I am filming because I have to, because I've created like a system, and because of that I actually need to show up. So I couldn't think of a more perfect beginning to start this video of how I'm able to show up consistently even though I have a 9 to 5, how I'm able to balance like content creation and having a 9 to 5, and also being a mom of 2 toddlers. And if you're in my shoe, if you've always wanted to create content but you've always felt like, oh my god, how am I going to balance it all, even like the small time that I get to myself, I don't feel like filming. If you can relate to everything I've said so far, then you want to watch this video, because I'm going to share how I have been posting this year alone. I think I've posted at least 10 YouTube videos, at least 10. And coming from me who used to struggle to post 1 video in a month, that's a big difference. It's a huge difference. It's even now that I'm thinking about it that I'm actually realizing like the progress I've made like so far. In January alone, I think I posted about 5 videos. In February, I did about 4 videos. In March, I did at least 3 videos. And I'm just realizing now that it's not even like Q1 just passed. It's not middle of the year yet, and I've done 10 videos. And that wasn't my story. That didn't used to be me. I used to be that girl who would always say, I'm so sorry guys, you've not seen me for a while, I'll post that 1 video, go and come back. So what I'm about to share with you now is my hack, if you can call it a hack, for consistency, as a mom or a son that has a 9 to 5. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I find my content ideas, how I script them, how I film them, and how I like do my production, like filming, and then like editing and all of that. I'm going to be sharing everything with you. But the first thing I want to say, that to be very honest guys, consistency is a mind game. It's a mind thing. It's something that you just have to like make up your mind and say that I'm going to show up no matter what my circumstances are. I remember doing an Instagram video, and I remember saying in that video that my children can either be an excuse to not build the kind of life I want, or they can be the motivation I need to build the kind of life I want. And I know that it sounds easy, especially maybe if you don't have like the right support, maybe you don't have a supportive partner, or maybe you are broke, you can afford to outsource help. But the thing with having that kind of mindset to determine that I'm going to show up, this is the vision I want for my life, and that's where the whole part of like having a bigger story comes from, like having a vision, a purpose. And I do, and that's what has been moving me. This is the vision I have for my life. This is what I want my life to look like. I know what I want my life to look like in the next 5 years. And that's why, even though it's very inconvenient today, even though I didn't feel like filming, and ask my team, we stopped for almost 2 hours before I started talking, I'm doing this because there's a bigger vision, there's a bigger why. And that's why I don't think people really talk about locking in like enough, because you need to get there to that point. Otherwise, you would find the most tenable excuse to not show up. So I think like the first part is even like that mindset to say that this is how I want to show up. And like I said, I've done 10 YouTube videos. Your own job might just be like every month I will post 1 YouTube video. Every week I'll post 1 Instagram video, and just sticking to that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it doesn't have to look like what your neighbor's own is. But what you want to do is that once you make that promise to yourself that this is how I'm going to show up, then you keep to that promise no matter what. Unless, let's say, like you're taking off sometime for summer. For example, in June, I'm not filming in June. I'm not doing anything in June. I'm just taking that time off just to exist. So it's important that you do that scheduled breaks. But apart from that, make sure like nothing stops you from fulfilling that promise you've made to yourself. I was talking to my friend, and I was telling her that she's also been wanting to create content, but she has a busy 9 to 5 commitment, with people that she's teaching stuff. And I'm like, it's because you don't rate yourself highly enough. That's why you're showing up for other people, but you're not showing up for yourself. And you have to get to that point where you are prioritizing yourself and rating yourself and respecting yourself enough to say that if I made you this promise, I am going to keep it. Okay, so now that we've gotten that part out, I think I said a lot of things in that. I said that you need a bigger picture, you need a why, you need like something that you can look forward to. And I've said my own why, before, and I'm going to say it again. In the next 5 years, I don't want to be actively working for money. I want to have built like a brand, as a content creator and as a marketer that allows me make money even passively, that allows me pick the kind of jobs that I do, right? That's my goal. My goal is to be able to stay home on a Monday evening and not have to, or on a Monday morning and I don't have to worry. And my goal is my daughter has a play or she has like a football practice, be there without worrying that someone will sack me. That's my goal. That's kind of life that I want for myself. And yes, even though it might be inconvenient now, it might be expensive now, I might not feel like it now, I know that if I stick to the script by God's grace and I keep doing what I'm supposed to do and I keep showing up, I'm trusting the process to know that that big break will come and I'll be able to have that life that I want, to spend time with people that I truly love, to go to church, to preach the gospel, to have time to do what truly matters. That's my big why. So you need to look at and do like a deep introspection, like, what's my big why? Why am I doing this? I always say that storytelling is such a multiplier, guys. It's such a huge multiplier. Yesterday I was on Twitter and there was this girl. She was like, oh, she wanted to work with Shopify and she went through Shopify's website and she didn't see any internship role. This girl made a film. I think the video wasn't up to like 5 minutes about why Shopify should hire her. What if I told you that the CEO of Shopify said send me a message and within 24 hours that girl landed an internship with Shopify just like that, just because she created content, just because she chose to put herself out there? I was reading something. AJ said something on YouTube. AJ is the CEO of Creators Match and he said that there are only two kinds of people in this world: the people who hit posts and the people who don't. And that's so profound. Like the people who allow other people's opinions, stuff not being convenient, to keep them from putting themselves out there, and the people who actually put themselves out there. You just have to want it bad enough. How badly do you want it? So that's the first part to, how I show up, consistent. I know what I want and I want it so badly. I'm not going to allow how I feel to talk me out of it. The first step, like I said, I'm going to be walking you through from my ideation process to my scripting to my filming. The first thing is that I have like an overall curriculum based off like my core story. Now, if you've not seen that video, you need to go and watch it on Niching and Storytelling. My core story is that I help creators like you start, grow, and monetize their businesses. And then each of those start, grow, and monetize has like sub things under them: how to overcome cringe, tools you need to start out, how to get content ideas and all of that. So I usually pick one of those, maybe the content idea, or for monetization now, structure for monetization. I'll pick like a topic for the month and then now break it down so that it's like a detailed curriculum. So that's the first step, to say, okay, what's this month about? For example, March was about storytelling, and you can tell I did like about 2 videos on storytelling and then I posted like 4 videos on storytelling on Instagram. But April is about structure for monetization. And fun fact, guys, I have this amazing, content system that I've designed. Is like a content creator toolkit. If you're a beginner, it will help you plan your content, and not just plan content and not know where the money will come from, but plan monetization into your content. All the scripting, all the fancy YouTube, Instagram videos I do, it will literally teach you how to do that. If you're interested in that, you can just grab that. The link is in the comment section. So as I was saying, I usually start out with a theme and then I put it in my content planner. This is the topic for the month, and then after that, I kind of like also get content ideas from like questions people have asked me about that topic. So like I said, for this month, the topic is like structure and monetization, like creating systems to help you monetize your content. Because the truth is that you never really go full time as a content creator if you don't have the right systems for it. I have that. I have like where I'm showing you guys like my Notion system, the templates that I've created for you, to plan your content, to pitch to brands, my courses and all of that. And then I'm also like doing this video that I'm doing now on how I'm able to show up consistently, how I've built structure. So you can see how, having like a major theme for the month and a major topic for the month just helps to like put everything together. So I'll say like that's the first step. If you are trying to batch film your content, you want to make sure like you're starting out with a topic, like a theme, and then you can now build like under it. And then because I have toddlers, right? And to be honest, I feel like my day, when some people are saying, oh my God, I wake up at 9, my own day starts like 6:30 or 5. Or anytime that my children decide to wake up. So when I'm doing this scripting and this ideation process, I always like it to be like super early in the morning. So sometimes I wake up like, in fact, all the time I wake up ahead of the girls and I'm on the bed, but I'm writing scripts down, I'm just like pouring it out when my brain is still fresh and nobody is chasing me for popsicle, right? So if you're a mom like that, you also want to like maximize that early morning time instead of just doing scrolling on Instagram or watching TikTok. That's not going to pay you. Use your fresh brain, to even before you like pick calls or answer anybody's DMs on Instagram, use that fresh brain to ideate, And one key thing that I always like to say, and that's one thing like this content toolkit for content creators that I created really helps with, is that I plan monetization into my content ideas now. So before, when I'm creating content, whatever idea or whatever is trending, I'll create. and then after that, okay, maybe if YouTube AdSense pays me, I'll make some money from it, and maybe if one brand sees it and likes it. But now what I'm doing is, before I even invest in producing a video or filming it, I'm like, how does this fit into my overall story? Is this making me money, or is this inspirational for my audience, or is this going to help me pitch to a brand? Too many creators, and I'm saying, you guys, too many creators film and then hope to make money later. How? Like, you've done it for so long, it's not going to work. But I'm telling you that this new system of vetting every idea, and you will go through a lot of ideas, you will go through a lot of useless ideas to find the right ones. But when you operate with this mindset, it makes sure that, you know, your content, like the effort you put into your content, is even worth it, because you know how each video is going to make money from you. For example, this video, I know it's going to make money for me. I know that it's going to teach you guys structure, but it's also going to let you buy my system and then you can duplicate it, and then you can also start making money. Do you understand? So you need to plan monetization into your content ideas and not start hoping to make money after you have hit publish. Then the second stage is scripting. I think that my bad filming really got like better and more effective when I started scripting my videos, so I would know like what the topic is. For example, this topic is how I am able to balance my 9 to 5 and motherhood, you know, with content creation, right? But I didn't just stop here. I have a whole script like planned out, and what I make sure is that it makes sure that every video is high quality. It has everything that you guys need, and it's just not vibes and inshallah. And what I've realized is that since I started creating my videos this way and I started scripting my videos this way, it has really helped, like, with the quality of my videos and with the overall brand that I'm trying to build. And you know that thing where you know that a video is really good and then you now actively promote it? Yes, that's like what has been happening, because I know that every video that comes on, I thought about it for weeks, I wrote the script, you know, and I know that it's really good, and because of that, I'm not ashamed like to promote it across like channels. Do you get? So that's really important. If you're going to be batch filming, because you're going to be doing more than one video in a day, you want to make sure like you've taken the time to script it out. Now you're probably wondering, how do I script it out? So there are two ways that I script. For Instagram, have like this template that helps me. Again, you get access to it when you buy this template on Notion. You can duplicate it, you get access to it. I've broken everything down to the line, to the script, to the scene, to the action that I even want to be taken, to up to the sample, how I want it to look like. And then it's just like when it all comes together, I don't produce all my videos this way, it's just the key ones, right? When it all comes together, people are like, oh my god, Fola, this video is so beautiful. But I know the intention it took. Again, it's coming from like a higher vision I have for my life, the kind of quality of work, the excellence that I want to put out, and the kind of income that I want to attract. That's why I'm putting all this effort. One thing I've realized is that there's no shortcut to success. I know like it sounds very cliche, but it's very true. There's no shortcut. You are going to put in the work, you are going to have to be detailed, you are going to have to be excellent. Otherwise, people who are excellent, the 1% of the 1%, they'll be making the money that you wish you were making. And that's something that I realized, and that's why I script my videos. So I use this template, and don't worry, you don't have to bother about how to find your own script or how to find your own scene. I've done it for you. All you need to do, instead of using that one to do skincare or to do nails, use it to better your life now, and you will reap the reward. So you can just use this exact template, so it will show you like what screen are we talking about, what scene, what are we going to be doing in that scene. That's for Instagram. But for YouTube, I pretty much just like write all my ideas down, and I'm going to share that with you as well. So scripting, very important. It brings out like high quality videos, positions you as a thought leader. All those speaking engagements you want, people are not going to just give it to you. They're going to want to see what you actually know. And then the third stage is the shooting stage. And like today is filming day, like shooting day. And initially, right, before, like I said, even like almost similar as scripting, I would like just pick maybe one shirt or something and maybe wear that throughout. But now I pick out my clothes the day before. Sometimes I even go and buy new t-shirts, because I'm a t-shirt girly, right? I just pick out my clothes like days before. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm wearing, this is the kind of makeup I want to do, this is how I want my hair to look like. I was supposed to make my hair yesterday, but I just really wanted to rest, so that's why like I have like my phone, and it's even still my hair, so I mean that's fine. But you just want to be intentional and say, okay, what, tomorrow is filming day, have I done my hair, how am I packing my hair, what am I wearing some makeup? I always advise that even if you're not wearing makeup, put Vaseline, use lip gloss, because a big part of content creation is like how you look, right? So you want to make sure like you're maximizing like that look, you look good. I'm not saying you have to wear makeup. I don't wear makeup all the time. In fact, I just really started liking makeup because I used to watch a lot of Instagram videos on makeup now. That's why you've been seeing me wear more makeup. But before, I just used to comb my face like the way my face is. And for the actual filming, it just used used to be me and my husband before. If I tell him, oh babe, I'm filming tomorrow, then he would have helped me set up like my camera and all of that. But now like he's very like busy at work. He doesn't have like that time to do that anymore. So what I now have like is a team, an actual team. Guys, say hi.
Hi guys.
Yeah, and they've been so good. They're my church members. People should go to church. You know, they never know what you can find. And they come in like once every month, and then we have like these filming days. And they've made my life so easy. They produce everything. They don't do the editing, only on some videos. I don't really think they do any editing. At least they come, they help me set up. I don't have to worry about setting up. And that's the system I have right now, and it works for me. You might have to recruit your husband. You might have to look for help. You might be someone in church or someone in your life who like offers it as a service. And I know that for most of you, you're just starting out, so maybe paying for it might not be an option right now. Even me too, I was not paying until me too I started making money, you know, from it. It's not even like I'm even paying my team a lot right now. We're just all growing together and just really hoping that like we make the right money, which is why like creating systems, you know, is important, so that, you know, you can pay people what they actually deserve and not just pay them in exposure. I did a video yesterday about leaning into outsourcing. You're a mommy, you have 2 children or 3 or 4 or 1, you have a 9 to 5 and you want to do everything by yourself. How? You will never be consistent. See, they're not telling you, but it's the truth. And that's why I say that lean into what you like doing. For me, I like ideating, I like scripting, I like the storytelling part, and I actually do like the filming part. It's just that I can't do it in bulk for the kind of consistency that I want. But you see, editing, oh god, I don't mind editing, but I don't really like it. And that's part like I outsource the most. My editors, I have 2 editors. There's one in the UK, there's one in Nigeria, and I even have someone here in Canada. I outsource my editing like crazy. And I think like that's one key thing that's really like 10x like my output process, because I don't have to worry now that we are filming. I don't have to worry that how am I going to edit this video. No, I've sent it to someone else. They're editing, that will pay them. I don't mind. At some point I was even running at a loss, but I didn't mind because I knew that eventually like it will all add up, it will compound. So for editing, I don't have any hacks for you other than the fact that I outsource my editing to a team, and it really helps. Like now my YouTube video for today is ready. I'm going to post it after this. So just outsourcing that. And then I would say like that's even like the last point. Outsource what you don't enjoy doing. Do what you enjoy doing, but outsource what you don't. People will not tell you. Content creators will not tell you. But at some point as a creator, you are going to need to like ask for help. And there's nothing wrong. It doesn't mean you're not a creator. If I decide to edit my video myself, my YouTube video, I can do it. I've done it before. But I've grown to the point where doing it myself now doesn't make any sense, because I can be using that time to be sourcing for brand deals. I can be using that time to be present on LinkedIn, connecting with the brand. Get rid of that myth that you have to do everything yourself. You have to edit it yourself. Otherwise, you're not a content creator. Nobody said that. That's not obtainable anywhere. So guys, that's pretty much it. That's how I show up. That's how I'm able to do. That's my secret. You know me, I don't gatekeep. If it's working, I'm going to tell you, because I actually want to see you grow. I want to see you like succeed. I want to see you monetize your content. I want to see you show up consistently. I want to see you keep your promises to yourself. And if anyone can do it, I mean, I have done it, I think, and I know that you can do it too. You just need to, you know, rate yourself enough to keep the promises that you make to yourself and show up, whether you feel like it or not. You know, the crazy thing, guys, is that when you actually show up, whether you feel like it or not, your feelings will catch up. By the time I started recording this video, I was not in the mood to film any video, but now I'm actually excited about the next set of videos I'm going to film. So you see, show up first, let your feelings catch up later. Okay guys, don't forget to like this video, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.